Hello everybody, this is NeoGSG. So I've been playing the Cosmicon Roll-On Again event in Honkai Star Rail, and I managed to find a strategy that allows you to beat Evanescia's co-op challenge in the minimum number of turns possible, which is 2. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you how to do this. But first, I'm just gonna show you the run where I did it without commentary, and then after that, I will analyze and break it down so that I can tell you what's going on and how you can do it. Don't worry, this run isn't very long, it's only 2 turns, so just take a look. Yep, so that's the run where I beat Evanescia's co-op challenge in just 2 turns. As you can see, when you do this, you get 9,500 challenge points, which is the highest possible number of points you can get. So now I'm gonna break down this run and replay it back at a slower speed so that I can explain to you what's going on and how you can also do this. Okay, so for this run, you're gonna want to have this setup where you use Dan Heng's card and you play alongside the AI Firefly, who happens to be using the True Sorcerer Prismatic die, which allows you to potentially decrease Evanescia's dice rolls, which is very important for later. Now, for Dan Heng, you want to use the True Destiny Prismatic die because that allows you to roll higher numbers. Again, that's something that's also very important for this. So once you have this setup going, you can begin the game. So the objective in turn 1, which is our attacking turn, is to deal 39 damage or more to Evanescia so that we can get past phase 1 and move on to phase 2 for turn 2. So how we're gonna do this is to make use of Firefly's combo, which is achieved by 2 matching pairs of numbers on her selected dice, while making sure that Dan Heng still has 18 attack or higher, so that we can activate his defense and counter ability for turn 2. So in general, what you just want to do is roll for the highest numbers possible. Like, you can do this in any way you want. For me, I just thought this number was already very high, is good enough. And thankfully, Firefly's rolls were also really good, so I didn't have to do any swapping. But in general, what you'd want to do is to make sure Firefly's attack is as high as possible while still ensuring that her combo ability can still be used with 2 pairs of matching numbers. Now, if the attack is high enough, what should happen is you will deal 39 or more damage, Evanescia will run out of HP and we'll move on to phase 2 for turn 2. But now things are slightly different in turn 2. This is our defensive turn. So we are going to make use of a few things here. Number 1, Evanescia's multi-strike, which is basically what Firefly's combo does, but instead of attacking 2 times, it attacks 3 times. We will combine multi-strike with Dan Heng's ability that we should have activated from turn 1. In addition to this, we are also going to take advantage of the fact that one of Evanescia's abilities in phase 2 here is for each attack that deals no damage this turn takes 4 damage. So if both allies on our side are perfectly defended, which means their defense is equal or higher than Evanescia's attack, what's gonna happen is that she attacks each of the allies 3 times, but then she takes 4 damage for each of those attacks. So if we are perfectly defended, she takes 24 damage automatically. And because she has 99 HP for phase 2, we need our triple counter multi-strike thing to do 75 damage in total. So because this is Evanescia's attacking turn, she rolls first. But what I do here is to observe what she rolls. So she rolled a 3, 6, and a 6, which works out to 15 attack. Now why this number is significant is because you can use these numbers to work out what defense Dan Heng and Firefly are gonna need for you to win this run. Now this 15 attack doesn't strictly mean that she's gonna have 15 attack because of one extra thing, which is the hack ability on the True Sorcerer Prismatic Die, which is what Firefly is using. If we assume that the hack ability is activated for this turn, Evanescia will only have 11 attack. But if it isn't, then she'll have 15 attack. Right now we don't know, so our goal is just to roll the highest numbers possible by praying basically, because there's no reroll on defense turns. In this case, I thought I rolled pretty decently, but I was still hoping for better. Okay, so after the rolls, you can see that Firefly's Prismatic Die did win the 50-50, and we have the hack ability available to us. So remember what I said earlier about we need both allies to be perfectly defended, and we need to do 75 counter damage or something like that? Those numbers are important because it means that Firefly requires 11 defense. But Dan Heng, remember, needs to do 75 damage in counters. And he counters 3 times, so we need each counter to do 25 damage. So what that means is that we need Dan Heng's defense to be 25 higher than Evanescia's attack. So in this case, her attack is 11. We need Dan Heng's defense to be 36 in order to win. So obviously I exchange for that 6 from Firefly. And after the swap, notice how the numbers are absolutely perfect. 11 for Firefly and 36 for Dan Heng. At this point, I know I've won. It's just a matter of confirming it and watching it play out. Yep, so there it is. That's the 75 damage we required from Dan Heng's counters. And then after all those attacks, it does the 24 damage remaining, and we win in 2 turns. Yep, so that is how you beat Evanescia in 2 turns. If you didn't understand some parts or you feel a bit confused, you can ask me about it in the comments. I have a Google Doc in the description that will tell you in detail how this works. So if that works better for you, please refer to that. Yeah, for now this is all I have, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you another time. Goodbye.